Grant Cardone here. Have you ever wondered how people buy this? Like my whole life, I have been just super intrigued by the wealthy, the people that buy the jet. They live the life like, I used to watch these homes on the ocean. I'm like, who owns that home? Who owns that jet? How did they do it? How did they buy it? And I created a training. I spent 35 years codifying what it takes to go from nothing where I started. I remember when I could not afford one night, not one night in a hotel. Not even this nice, and it changed in a second, and it can for you too. Literally, look, just take a look here. Having the girl, okay? The hot chick, great wife, beautiful kids, even a cowgirl, okay?
The cat sat in my hat.
I got 2 kittens on board. We're traveling across the country. The family's gonna go out for a little vacay. I'm gonna be doing some work while I'm out there, but while I'm out there, I wanna help you get what you want. It might not be a jet, maybe it's not a yacht, I don't know, whatever it is. You deserve to have that. And I have laid out a training step by step, so simple. Regardless of where you are right now, you're in debt, you don't have any money, maybe you don't even have a job. Click the link below. I'm gonna give you this training for free. I wish somebody would have done this for me. I simplify wealth. I simplify how to get money, what to do with it once you get it, and how to multiply it. The most important lesson, how do you multiply it so that someone else, maybe you were serving, someone else you were working for, that money that you receive, you learn how to multiply it so that money works harder than you do. And who knows, maybe you don't get the jet, maybe you don't get the girl, okay? Maybe you don't even want the kids. Maybe you don't want the kids or the kittens, but you get to choose, okay? Click the link below. I want to give you this free training. It's absolutely free. Best part, it's free. Second best part, it will show you step by step what you have to do to get the life you deserve. Hey, welcome to Grant Cardone's Real Estate Investing Made Simple. This is Captain Ryan. We call him Captain Ryan for a reason, because he's the captain of the ship.
Flying the jet.
He flies the jet, and he's the perfect example, by the way. Every Monday we do a show on real estate. Ryan's the one that taught me into this.
Yep.
Jared taught me into the Young Hustler show.
Yep.
Elena taught me into the damn marriage
really?
show. I'm like, dude, why does everybody keep talking me into doing something? Can't everybody do something without involving me? But you know what? I'm here. I love you. They all know that I'll go for it.
Yeah.
Okay? And Ryan came to me and says, man, you need to teach, because we have real estate meetings almost every day here. We're constantly looking for deals. I've gone from owning my first deal, 38 units, to now we have almost 4,000 units. Just closed a deal last month. And so every week what we do is Ryan comes to me and says, I think we need to do a topic on, today I want to do no money down, Grant. I said, okay, good. How would you raise money if you didn't have any money? He's looking at the Facebook feed. He's looking at the YouTube comments. Whether you're watching on YouTube or iTunes, iPoons. If you're watching on iPoons or Stitcher, we look at your comments, and he comes to me and says, the people at iPoons watching your podcast want to know how to buy a deal with no money down. They're also asking the question on Facebook. We're hearing our phone calls. By the way, our phone number is 305-865-8668, 305-865-8668. Now look, first of all, I'm going to tell you.
Well, this topic is so interesting too, because I think that we all find ourselves getting stuck.
Yeah.
Finding money.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we all think we have a good deal. We all think that we have the knowledge.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the money, the banks are telling us no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our friends and family are telling us no.
Yeah.
So where do you get the money?
Let me just say this.
Money?
First of all, you guys are saying no. You guys say no to yourself, okay? So the first thing you do, now I talk about targets a lot. Constantly, I'm like, without a target, you're not getting any place. See, most of you, Ryan, for instance, and me included, you looked at your first deal based on the money you had. Many of you give up on the real estate game because you don't have any money. So you're like, where do I get started? I don't have any money. Dude, you don't get started because you don't have any money. You get started, okay? The first thing, and I say this over and over, it's the deal, man. The deal is what matters, not how much money you have. Because I say it doesn't take money to make money. It takes guts, it takes courage, and it takes certainty. He did his first deal based on how much money he had. Is that right?
Absolutely.
So what he did was he chased his little pot
My little fourplex.
Now Ryan's the perfect guy to be buying real estate for himself because first of all, he's a pilot that makes $100,000 a year. So and
I used to get 18 days off a month.
And every month he'd get every year he'd get 150 days off. So he's the perfect. Yeah. He makes enough money. Yeah. He's got enough money saved, and he gets 18 days off to do what? Shop real estate and study it. Most of you do not have that possibility. You don't get 18 days a month off. You don't make enough money. You don't save enough money, so you don't have it. So I wanted to do a show today on no money down. First of all, let me tell you, there is no such thing as no money down, dude. Okay. There ain't no such thing. No bank will lend you money on no money down, and no seller will carry a note without you putting some money down. Even if it's a promise to do money in the future, that's freaking money down, man. You're going to have to do something, okay? You have to exchange something with the person giving you something. If they're going to give it to you for nothing, well, then trust me, you don't want it. There is no such thing as no money down. Sooner or later, this money's got to come from somewhere, okay? The thing you should be chasing is the deal, not your budget. Okay? So I'm going to give you a couple examples of this. First of all, you make a decision on how much money you need on your job based on how much money you spend. This is backwards. You should make a decision on how much money you want, regardless of how much money you spend. This is why people never get ahead. Then when they get in real estate, they chase the deal, this deal down here, based on the money they have. You shouldn't do that, man. You should be find the deal senior than the amount of money you have. Yeah. If you have no money, guess what? You're not going to find a deal. If you got $100,000, how much you put in your first deal?
$50K.
So $50K. Yep. So what he did was he says, I got $50,000, and he started chasing $200,000 deals. Okay. Yep. So what this violates? Here's what this violates. Okay. First of all, it violates. You can't buy more than 4 units. What'd you end up with?
4 units.
4 units. You see. Yeah. So now what's the problem with 4 units? The problem with 4 units is 4 units can only produce maybe $1,000 a month, $4,000 in income. $4,000 in income, look, all he's going to be doing is I'm not going to fix that. I'm not going to fix the carpet.
Yeah, it was $2,000.
So he was at $500 a month because he's in Arizona.
Absolutely.
Okay? So how can he fix the carpets? How can he plant flowers? How can he do anything to improve the place?
I mean, look, honestly, I was terrified. My first 4 units, I was terrified. I had nobody taught me. Like we're going over right now every Monday at 12 we go over for an hour. There was nobody teaching this stuff for free, Grant.
Dude, I can go raise $2,000 on a street corner right now without buying an apartment. Dude.
Totally.
There's no reason for you to spend this. This is gross dollars.
Gross.
Now the point I'm making to you, we do this show every Monday. Call 305-865-8668. I'm going to show you how to structure a deal today when you don't have any money down, how to get the money from other people so you fund that deal, called OPM, other people's money, okay?
It's got to be somebody's money. Somebody's money is going down on the bill.
There's no such thing as no money, man.
No.
It's like, where's the money? Who's got the money? You guys are violating everything I teach, man. There's no shortage of money on this planet. You're looking at deals you would not buy if you had a bunch of money. So you got to go into the deal saying, what's the deal? This is not the deal, okay? This is $2,000 of problems. There's not enough money, okay? If you keep the whole $2,000, let's say you put $50,000 down, you buy a deal, and you don't ever have another expense and it's full for the rest of your freaking life.
Yeah.
Dude, it's still only $2,000. Yep. And that's not possible. Yeah. If you collect $2,000, you're going to have vacancies, you're going to have problems, you're going to have urine, you're going to have roof leaks, you're going to have air conditions break, you're going to have people don't show up, people that blow out. Okay. Oh, by the way, at $500 a month, you're getting freaking crack addicts. Yeah. You're getting people with problems, dude. Anybody that'll pay $500 a month got problems going on in their life. I've been there. Look, my first place, it was $275 a month, dude. Okay, the guy that rented to me never thought I'd have my own plane. I guarantee you that, much less 4,000 apartments. He still got 2 units. He's sitting there, man, these 2 units, he's had them for freaking 33 years. They paid for themselves like 17 times. Okay, I got 4,000 units, man. I make more in one day than he makes in a freaking year. Okay, now I'm not bragging. I kind of am. Humble brag.
Yeah.
It wasn't that humble either.
Today we're talking about a deal.
Thank you.
It's called Sunflower
Apartments. Sunflower Apartments, okay?
84 units.
84 units, Sunflower. This is in South Carolina, okay? 84 units. Today's show, by the way, is brought to you by Grant Cardone TV. Today, we're talking about no money down. Last week we talked about NOI. Every week I handle your questions, your comments, your concerns, your situations. I got Bill on the phone, Dustin, Adam, Andre, Mike. Our number's 305-865-8668. So look, the questions we've been getting every week is, dude, how do I do a deal with no money down, okay? Look, you chase the deal, not the amount of money you have. If you're taking notes, do not chase your budget. Never chase your budget. I would have quit making money a long time ago, okay? Rich people, dude, they look at their expenses and they're like, we don't spend any money compared to the money they make. They don't chase their budget. They don't chase their expenditures, okay? Finances are won playing offense, not defense. Don't chase your budget. Doesn't matter how much money you have. What matters is, what is the deal you want? You with me? So like if you were going to win the lottery and the lottery is going to pay you $10 million, you're going to find the $25 to buy the tickets. I tell you over and over, look, do not buy less than
16 units.
16 units. Do not, because without 16 units, you cannot have a manager. And if you can't have a manager, you're not going to either have your attention on the property or your full-time job.
All right.
Particularly those of you out there making $150,000 a year. You're making 180, you're making 200. You don't want to take your attention off of what you're making money on
No.
to go freaking run down a little squirrel.
Yeah.
Any more than I would want to mow my own lawn.
Yeah. Now, when
I
you
used
say-
to mow my own lawn
When
because I
you-
like the way the grass smelled.
Yeah, when you say 16 units and having a manager, you're not talking about a full-time manager, right?
I am.
Oh, you are.
Yeah. I should rent one of those units to the manager and give him some money. Because look, if you can't do that, that guy's going to rip you off. He's going to be lazy. Okay, because watch what happens. When you got a manager, okay, right here, running 15 units. He's running the other 15. So you're giving him, I don't know, $1,000 a month in rent. Plus you got to give him some money, dude. If you don't give this cat some money, you know what he's going to do? He's going to steal from that property, man.
Yeah.
Now, what do I mean by stealing? I don't mean he takes money from you. I mean he takes his attention off the property. Okay? And by the way, you can't manage it. Why? This thing doesn't produce enough income for you to take your attention off your main thing. If you're selling insurance, if you're a nurse, if you're a mom with a couple kids, okay? You can't do that. That's why you got to look at 16 or less. And by the way, I wouldn't even bother with 16 units. Okay, let's say this is 16 units and this thing does $1,000. Okay, that's 16,000. I wouldn't pay more than 5% to do that job. 5% of 16,000 is $800. What's he going to do for $800?
No.
He going to do nothing.
Yeah.
Right. And on the smaller deals, the
Yeah.
property management company, they charge 10%.
So you know what he's going to do?
Yeah.
Hey man, we got a leak, dude. I'm like, dude, fix the leak, man. Did you go fix the leak? Man, there's poop coming out of the sewer, man, and urine, man. And we got so many drug addicts on the site that I'm actually scared to touch the water because it's so contaminated with Prozac and lithium in it. You know what I'm saying, man? I mean, we got so many junkies here, right? Like, what's he gonna do, dude? Hey, man, number 2 and number 14 had a big fight, man. You know, what do I do, dude? Dude, man, these are problems, bro. What's he gonna do for 800?
Nothing.
You're giving him a unit and $800. What's he gonna do? Hey, man, it's freaking 1 o'clock in the morning. What do I do to Popo's here, man?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? This is why you guys don't do real estate. What are the 3?
Toilets, tenants, and termites.
Toilets, tenants, and termites,
Yeah.
man. See, the deal is not big enough, okay? Now, why am I telling you that? Dude, I'm trying to keep you from doing what this guy did. This guy just sold, how many units did you sell?
18.
He sold 18 units
Yep.
and dropped into 800 units that I own,
Yep.
okay? Now, he doesn't own 100% of the deal anymore. He's riding on my bet. He basically grabs this momentum.
Right.
So he takes his money, drops it on my bet, and he rides on 800. But now he doesn't manage those properties.
Frees you up completely.
To do what?
Think about bigger deals.
To go look at bigger deals.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to walk into how to do this deal with no money down. Where's my eraser? Okay, so watch. Find a deal, baby. Find a deal. Find a deal. All my content all weaves in together. Okay, so find a deal. We found a deal. 84 units. Tell me about this deal. 84 units.
Okay, so
And this deal's $1.5 million, right?
yeah, 1.5. Dillon, South Carolina, 84 units.
1.5. Now that's big enough, dude.
Yep.
All of a sudden this gets interesting, okay? Bill from South Carolina, don't put him on yet, but he's right there. This is his backyard. Where is this located? This is on Dillon, South Carolina. I don't know anything about the market. It's called Sunflower South Carolina. $1.5 million. It needs, I want to spend at least, I'm going to spend at least, what did I say I was going to spend on this deal, dude?
Let's see.
10,000 a unit.
Yeah. So even if you did 5,000 a unit.
No, that's 84,000. It was 10,000 times 840. What did I say I was going to spend on this deal? No, I'm going to spend, oh man, that's something else. I got so much stuff going on. I'm crazy, man. Okay. Oh, I'm going to spend 400 grand on this deal. Let's make 500. It's not my money anyway. I don't have any money. See, that's why we call this no money down. So don't worry about it, dude. You're going to spend 500 grand on the deal because I want to go in and improve it, right? It does. Now I got $2 million in it. This is what you need to raise. You need to raise $1 million in your first deal if it's a $2 million deal. Oh my God, dude, I don't have $2 million. Fine. That would be the time to say who's got my money. Okay? Now, I happen to know on this deal, let me see the finances on this deal. 84 units, built 1969, total square feet 113,000. It's only occupied at 83% right now. 8 acres of land, okay? The gross revenue on the deal at the 83%, okay, represents a 9% cap rate. That means on $2 million, okay, it's going to return $180,000 a year if I paid cash for the deal. Okay, so look, we're talking about how to buy deals with no money down today and why you want to. Do not chase the amount of money you have. Chase the deal. Okay, let's assume for a second that I found this great deal. Okay, this is 84 units. This is double the size of the first deal I ever bought. First deal I ever bought, I bought the deal. Then I figured out the money. I'm like, dude, I love this deal. Once you love a deal, man, then you can go find, if you love the deal, if you're like, dude, this deal makes money, okay? So I'm gonna show you this deal right here, okay? This deal is 83% occupied. It's called Sunflower Place, okay? I'm gonna walk through how I would look at this deal. Always look at the deal on trailing 12, not the future, okay? And this thing says, this is what this says, assuming this is true, that cash on cash, if I put money down to buy this deal, it would earn 16% a year. 16% a year, okay? Now, the question is, how much money do I need to buy this deal? Now, that's based on this deal being $1.5 million. I can tell you, you're gonna have to put at least 500 grand down to buy that deal. That's not how I would figure this deal. 500 grand, earn 16%. I'm not worried about where to get the 500. Once I believe in the deal, I can go find the 500. I'll show you how to structure the deal. I wouldn't do the deal like that. It's 83% occupied. I have a problem here. Okay, there's a problem. This place should be 90 or 92 or 93 or 94%. Places that are nice are not empty.
Right.
So I don't have to do a whole lot of research here to say something's wrong with this joint. It's either the people, right? The people there are problematic, okay? So look, I'm gonna go spend some money there and turn this into a nice place. It's about the deal. Let's assume it's a good place. I'm gonna spend 500 grand on the place. How did I decide that? It's 84 units. 84 units. If I spend $5,000 a unit, I'm gonna have me some nice units. I don't have to do that right away. I'm gonna figure the worst case scenario because I gotta build a story to sell my investors that are gonna put the money down. I'm gonna spend 500 grand on this place. It's gonna be a great investment. I'm gonna put 2 million. I'm gonna raise 1 million. I'm gonna go to my bank. Any bank will lend you the other half. Look, I need 500,000 to fix it. I need $500,000 for the loan. I need $1 million down on 2 million, okay? I want to finance $1 million. It's not a lot of money. Does that seem like a lot of money to raise $1 million? Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to structure the deal. Now, what's the rent on these deals right now? What's the rent on these deals? Can you tell me? Average rent? I need $659 a door.
Yep.
No. Average rent right now is about $450 a month. So it tells you something about the property.
Yeah.
Who's paying $450 a month, dude? Is the location bad? Let's assume the location is good. Let's assume we love this deal. I got to do something to change his profile around, all right? So we're going to take what they're doing now at $450 a month. If I can get 84 units, if I can get 75 of them rented, 0, 5, 22, 0, 5, 31, it's $33,750 a month times 12. Ryan, you got to get busy with me, dude. Okay, it's $337,500 plus 2. I'm going to spend about 40% of that in, because it's a smaller deal, in expenses.
It's 160.
That's going to leave me with $245,000. Is that right? Okay.
It is, yeah.
The debt on $1 million at 6%. 60,000. Okay. Watch this. $185,000. It's an 18.5% return. I don't know if you can see this far. That's an 18.5% return if I can't raise the rents. Now, why would I not be able to raise the rents if I just spent $5,000 a door on every unit? Interiors. What can I do for $5,000, Ryan?
Paint.
You could do the whole deal. I mean,
Paint?
you could do.
Dude, I can paint the town
for $400
For
bucks.
$5,000.
for
Grand,
$5,000
dude. Yeah.
a door.
Yeah, so you could do floors,
Appliances.
I'm going to get rid of all
countertops,
carpets.
appliances.
I'm getting rid of every carpet in the place. I'm going to freaking the
thin
new
little-
synthetic,
Yeah.
thin,
The little
look
hardwood.
like wood.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of carpet because you know what? You can piss on freaking laminate and clean it up.
That's right,
You
dude.
piss on carpet, it's ruined.
done.
You can't burn the floors, man.
Yeah.
If you do, I can pull it up. I got to fix the whole carpet, all right? So I'm going to get rid of the carpet. I'm going to redo the kitchens. I'm going to put in new sinks, new refrigerators,
Yeah, I
Appliances,
mean,
washer,
I mean,
dryer.
new
the-
tubs.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the biggest thing is
New
flooring,
lamps,
countertops,
paint the
appliances.
walls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna fix the place.
mean,
Okay.
for $5,000
now
you can
watch.
get-
How do I fix them? See, I got your attention now off the money. Oh, I don't have any money. How am I gonna do this? Don't worry about that, dude. Worry about the deal. Chase the deal. Okay. I got 17 units. 17% of this property is vacant right now. 17% of 84 is how many? 14 units are vacant, man. I need to work on the 14 that are vacant. Ain't nobody in them. I don't have to move anybody out. I'm going to be like, ain't nobody there, man. Go in there and start fixing shit up. Okay? You're getting the money from the bank. The money's so cheap right now, it's unbelievable. Okay?
Uh-huh.
After
Now,
you fix it, how much would you raise the rent to?
okay, good question, dude. I'm going to test the market out. I'm at $450 a door right now. So I got some garbage dump that little Bobby's renting for $450, and all of a sudden I bring a tenant over and say, "Look, man, here's the bad carpet. Here's the bad freaking dark, hadn't been painted, freaking kitchens suck, okay?
Yeah.
It's terrible." And then I got this one.
Uh-huh.
How much is that? It's only another $150. So now I just took the rent on this joint. Okay, watch. Over the next 12 months, this is the story, by the way, I'm selling to the investors. Over the next 6 months or 12 months, I'm going to raise the rents from $450 to
600.
$600. And let's say I'm still at 75 units. Okay, zero.
45,000.
$45,000 a month.
Yeah.
I just raised the rents $150,000 a year income. Okay, how do I figure that rent was $33,000? Now it's $45,000.
It's 540,000 a year.
$540 a year. Okay, now watch. Now watch this. Remember my 18%? Watch this.
Oh shit.
$540 a year. Okay, I'm going to figure my expenses at $270. Now notice I don't have anybody stealing at me. Now I can actually pay somebody 60. I can pay somebody some real money to manage the property. Okay, I got my attention on it. Let's say this is $270. Okay, how much do I have down? $1 million. $270 a year into $1 million in 4 years.
It's paid off.
Paid off.
Damn.
My down payment's paid off. The return is 27%.
Just by
Now,
raising the rents
back to fixing a place, raising the rents, doing my deal, focusing, okay? Going for a big deal rather than a little deal. You could never do this with 4 units. Now watch what I'm gonna do. Watch what I'm gonna do here, okay? Couple things. Number one, I'm gonna tell my investors. I'm gonna go to some people that have 100 grand each or 50 grand each or 20 grand each. Hey dude, I'll pay you. How much can you pay out of 27%? The first year you were at 18%, okay? The second year you're at 27%. What can you pay of that? Hey man, 10, 12, 8, 14, 15, what? What do you want to do? How much?
Yeah.
Tell you what I'll pay you. I'll pay you 15% in year one. Now the problem, you're going to have to pay that much because you've never done a deal. People are taking a chance on you.
So who would you go to first? For
Mom,
money?
dad, uncle, aunt, brother, sister. Problem is those people know you're a freaking jack.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't trust you because you've been having problems in your life. Dude, it's time to freaking grow up now. It's time to show up and grow up and get your freaking head focused and become obsessed. You got to become obsessed so people start thinking, dude, that guy's for real, bro. Okay? So you got to get certain. You got to know what the hell you're doing. I was just getting ready to take Bill too. Okay? Bill from South Carolina. All right, so look, we're taking calls 305-865-8668. This is how we do our deals. Okay, I'm going to show you how I do our deals. We raise money today. And what we do on our deals, okay, by the way, also, and Ryan, you should have added this.
Yeah.
If you're just gonna have a partnership, two ways to do the deal. You have a partnership or you control. If you're gonna take control of their money and basically make them passive investors, you have to get, you wanna explain that?
Yeah, correct. So if you're gonna be the decision maker, so Grant is the decision maker in all of his deals. So he has to actually do.
I'm called a general partner.
A general partner or a syndicator.
Yeah,
right?
syndicator. Yeah.
So what we're talking about is completely two different things. So
Professional.
if you want to just go raise money from your friends, your family, I actually used to look for investors at my local RIA, the Real Estate Investment Club, because those were the people who maybe didn't have enough time, but I did, and they wanted to put $50,000, $100,000, or $200,000 into a deal.
Dude, there's a lot of people out there right now that have money sitting in the bank at 0.25% or
Exactly.
nothing.
So if I know you
Yeah.
and we have a relationship, if we have a pre-existing relationship,
Yeah.
I actually don't need to go and file with the SEC, which is the Securities and Exchange Commission.
We
'Cause
file
I'm not
with the SEC.
Exactly.
So
we do.
Securities Exchange Commission actually oversees
What we're
me
doing.
taking investments. Okay,
Right.
so when
'Cause
I
you
make,
control it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a GP. Okay. Now what we do with a deal is this: we do 6%. Okay. We ran our first deal out to market, and I said, look, I'm gonna do 6% and 50-50. When we delivered, we just closed the deal last week.
Right.
First time I've ever let other people into my deal. What did I send everybody with a
It
little
gets
surprise?
better day by day. So it's a preferred 6%.
And I said 50-50. Everybody,
50-50
we
at
funded
first.
the entire deal.
Everybody agreed.
With other people's money.
Yep.
And then when we called on Friday after we closed the deal, I said, hey, by the way, I didn't do 50-50. I did 65-35.
Yeah.
And the 65 goes to the investor, not to me. And nobody knew it. Okay? And none of this for the first time, only my sister was family. Everybody else was outside my family or friends. This is the first time I actually allowed a raise outside because we got approved with the Securities and Exchange Commission. And 6%, I guarantee the 6%. Okay? It's a preferred return.
Right.
You get 6 before I ever get anything, and then we do a 65-35, and the people that invested money in the deal don't have to do anything. I signed on a $15 million loan. Yep. We raised $4.6 million. Now, let's go back to this deal. This deal means you need to, if you got to put your freaking head down and you got a second job now. Your second job is this: make sure this freaking deal works, okay? So you're going to go raise $1 million. Where do you go to raise the $1 million? Let's find out. Let's ask our callers where they would go right now. Bill, hey Bill, how you doing, buddy? Sorry I had you on hold so long, man.
No problem. How you doing, Grant? Thanks for taking my call.
You got it, Bill, and I want to answer your question, but first I want to ask, do you know where Dillon, South Carolina is?
I do.
How far is that from where you live?
It's about 3 hours from where I live. I'm in Greenville. It's a little ways off the coast. It's about an hour and a half from Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
So it's inland from the beach.
Okay.
It's kind of in no man's land.
Oh, it's in no man's land. So maybe we don't want this deal. Maybe it's not a good deal. Okay. What have you gotten from the show so far, Dylan? And then I'm going to answer your question.
Well, I'm trying to figure out where I can go raise money from.
Say that again. What did he say?
He's trying to find.
I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to raise this money from.
Okay. How big's your deal? Are you in Greenville, South Carolina?
Yep, I am.
Tell me about your deal.
Here's a question that's been nagging at me. All right, right now I've got 5 houses, all single-family houses. They're all 100% paid for.
Yeah.
All right, it's bringing in about $38,000 a year on these houses.
38,000.
Yep.
Okay.
So my question is,
How much are those houses worth? Let me ask you that real quick.
Well, I could probably put them in a bundle and sell them for $400,000.
So you got $400,000 sitting. Now this is called equity. This is really important for everybody to understand because every real estate person will have to make this. There's one thing when you buy something, and there's another thing when you own something. he says, man, this is. Do you have problems with it? Do you get 38 grand? 38,000.
I got really good tenants, and I'm pretty good at picking out people.
Yeah.
And I don't mind being a landlord. In fact, I love being a landlord to these people. You know what I mean? They're easy to get along with, and they pay on time.
Good. So now, what is he earning on his money? What'd you pay for these houses?
Part of it was an inheritance. I probably got 100 in all of them.
Okay, good.
100K.
So now, there's two things that you have to understand. First of all, he's getting 38% on his money if he's got 100 grand in him. But he's only getting 9% on his money if he measures the equity.
Yeah.
Okay? You understand what I'm saying there?
Yep.
All right. Now, my average deal, every real estate investor has to make this decision. There's one thing when you own the deal, oh my God, I'm doing great on my deal. There's another thing as time goes on and you're like, man, I got all this damn money trapped.
Right.
He's got money trapped, 400 grand. You got it? So watch what happens. He earns 38,000. Is that a gross number or a net number, Bill?
That's gross.
Oh, that's gross. Now watch this, okay? See, I'm gonna take that 400 grand. I'm gonna say, bro, this is what I want to do. I want to put him in one of my deals at 6%. He's gonna earn $24,000 a year. $24,000 a year without talking. Bro, you can go visit people. You can go have coffee with people without them being your tenant. I mean, if that's what you like about renting apartments.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
How much do you
really like
it?
it?
Services for that rent?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. Okay, so watch. Okay, let's say the deal that we just did in South Carolina, do 65%. No, not yet. 65% of 15%. No, do 65% of my deal we just did in South Carolina is going to do 15% a year. So then we're going to go 65% of 9%. What's 65% of 9%?
5.8.
Another 6. Okay, so he's going to earn, watch this, he's going to earn 12% just on the dividend, okay, on the 400 grand. He's going to earn $24,000 a year. He's going to get a check for that every year.
Yeah.
Okay, that's more than he's making right now. Right now he makes 38, but he's got to go visit, got to go check it, tell me about all the problems you have, Bill.
Well, I got to pay taxes.
Got to pay taxes. Well, you'd have to pay taxes on mine too.
I know. One of them needs a new roof. Other than that, I've recently, fixed up the AC. So,
Yeah. Okay, but let me ask you, dude. What do you do for a living?
Well, I'm kind of a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean,
kind of like.
How does this get any better for you, though, bro? When do you grow this?
Well, see, that's where I'm at right now, Grant, and I'm so frustrated because this is what I want to do. I want to take that $400,000 and I want to put it into a bigger deal.
Yeah.
Where I can take, instead of making $38,000, hell, I mean, I can't, $38,000 is all well and good, but it ain't going to make somebody a millionaire.
Yeah, exactly. So look, he could take.
I want to get past this.
Look at this deal, dude. This deal, he could take that 400 grand, go raise the other 600, and he could be making. I haven't told you the best part of this yet, okay? But he could go buy this deal that's 84 units rather than, how many units he got now?
4. 4, right, Bill? 4 units?
5.
5 units.
5 units, okay? So, I mean, it's just never going to get any. So, but what he would do is bulk sell that.
Yeah.
He would bulk sell that. He would go, let's say he bought this deal in Dillon, not saying he would. Here's a deal. I'm looking for deals for you in South Carolina, dude. Here's a deal right now. I'm on LoopNet looking right now. There's a lot of different services you can use. 326, 8 units.
And Bill, I know it's scary to sell those units. Trust me, I just did it a few months ago. But once you do, and you're actually looking at bigger deals, it feels really good. Because Grant told me over lunch one day, he says, if you're worried about selling one unit, one house, he says, I'm worried about you because your focus is so small that you're not talking scale. You're not talking 200 units, 300 units. So I personally would say I'd sell them all.
I would bulk sell them too, bro, and start looking for other stuff you can move into.
Put them in a package and sell them on
To
commercial
some dentist,
firm.
dude. Some guy that wants to do their first deals like you did.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and dude, just tell him, dude, bro, you're gonna get a freaking whatever the return is. Like, oh, it's a good deal for you, because he's all happy about having 5 houses, and he wants to go visit with people and collect rent. Dude, that ain't a job, bro. That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And that guy's only going to have like $75,000 in cash, and he's needing his first deal.
He needs his first deal. You got 400 grand trapped, man. See, for instance,
Yeah.
there's a deal, Georgetown, South Carolina. It's a deal for a $1.1 million. It's 25 units. You could put your 400 grand down on that 25 units. You just multiplied your real estate portfolio by
Quintupled.
5 times.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
everybody's got to grow up, folks.
Yeah. And Bill, do you have anybody around you who wants to invest in real estate as well? Like friends, family? Are you credit? You know, do you have credit with the bank?
Yeah, all my stuff at the bank is good. You know, we're doing pretty well between my wife and I. We're about 180 a year, so you know.
Look at this deal.
This,
Dude,
I bought
how
my
far are you
first
from
rental
Clinton,
house
man? I'm sorry I'm going to interrupt you, man, but I'm getting all excited.
Oh, no.
How far are you from Clinton?
40 minutes.
Okay, there's 64 units in Clinton, okay? They're saying this thing, 64 units. We're going to take his 400 grand, by the way. Oh, and those of you are like, man, I wish I had 400 grand. You do. You do have 400 grand, man. The question is, do you want to do this or not? You got friends, relatives, uncles, and these people are already, why are they going to give me money? They're giving it to freaking Wall Street right now, and they don't know anybody there, man.
Yeah.
They're putting it in freaking bullshit mutual funds and IRAs and 401ks. You guys don't even, your parents don't even know what their money's in. It's sitting with some freaking bank, and they can't even get the money, man. It's been reduced to freaking little digits and bytes and bullshit.
Yep.
You know, it's backed by nothing, man. You know what? Money, I heard once, money represents an idea backed by confidence. People don't even have money. They don't even have confidence in that anymore. So like, what do you have confidence in? Dude, I got a piece of real estate here. I got 64 units in Clinton. 64,
Yep.
okay? It's beautiful, dude. I wish I could show you the picture of it. I don't know if you could show it. Maybe one of you can grab this. Freaking beautiful deal right here, okay? Can you pull it up on LoopNet or not?
Yeah.
Okay, look at this. 64 units, awesome looking deal, okay? Awesome looking deal. Brick, gorgeous, man. I don't know all the details on it, but it's saying it's got a 7.25% cap rate. I got to open it up to figure out what that deal is. I know I got some of you on hold right now. I know the show's going a little long right now, but look, every week, the chick's name is Desiree Rogers, that supposedly is the listing broker, which I doubt that's even true. Mm-hmm. 64 units, 68,000 square feet of rental property on 6.5 acres of land. Let me open this up. I'm looking at LoopNet right now for those of you wondering. LoopNet is the only place to find. When you go to LoopNet, by the way, he was not the listing agent. Mm-hmm. The Desiree was not the listing agent. You'll see that on LoopNet. Listing agent, contact listing agent. I said it was bullshit, and it was, okay?
Actually, they're advertising on there?
Yeah, Capstone Apartments is the listing agent. Guy name is Alex McDermott, Austin Green, and Andrew Klink, okay? Now, let me use your phone real quick. Call this guy real quick for me. Yeah, Bill, tell Bill to reach out to me with his next deal when he finds a deal, okay? And
What's the number?
800, no, I don't want the 800 number. See, lazy real estate agents.
Yeah,
anybody's got an 800 number is a lazy bastard, okay? So 800-746-3175, extension 700. Probably use 701. Use the junior, because the senior's already freaking.
So
the
it's
leadership.
What is it, 746?
Right there, bro. 746-3175. Extension 701. I'm not going to ask for the senior guy because he's lazy, so I'm going to go to the junior or the person below him. They can't wait to talk to somebody. And I'm going to find out what the deal is, okay? Let me see. Property description, offering materials. See, why don't you... Why, see, and I go to get information, and what do? They ask for my email address. Ignoramus, okay? Dum-dums, okay? No offense. Let me see if I can find out what the rent on this thing is. Click to view other apartment listings. I know this is a good looking deal, okay? So let me see, 7.5. I don't have any other data I can get here.
So Grant, what are a few options? I mean, as far as if you don't, I know you want to raise money from your friends, your family, but what are some options that you could ask the broker or ask the seller to give you if they, potentially some seller financing or a carryback?
No, I mean, I'm not going to ask them. I'm not going to ask the broker. I'm going to say, hey, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to roll. I want to buy this deal. I can buy this deal.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, you got to sell it. You got to sell the deal. That's what I'm saying. Chase the deal. Don't chase the amount of money you have. You got to act like a broker. You got to act like a real estate investor. You got to act like you know what you're doing. Now, this probably brings everybody to this. Dude, I want the return, but I don't want to do the work. I mean, that's the bottom line. Why 15 people bought into my deal. They're like, I don't have the time. I don't have the knowledge. I don't know what I'm doing. I called a buddy of mine up and look at this. You want to do this?
No answer.
Is this what you want to do? Okay, that costs money. And by the way, the gentleman from South Carolina, he doesn't count any of this. He doesn't count that. That's time, dude. That's time and energy and effort. Dustin from Canada. Let me talk to Dustin. I got to go into this deal. I can't even get what I need from
Dustin,
the website.
how you doing?
Okay.
Hey, good man.
And by the way, how many deals do we look at, Brian, to buy one deal?
100.
We look at 100 deals to buy one, maybe
100
two,
deals.
maybe 3 deals.
Yep.
Maybe we have a 3% strike rate. Go ahead, brother. What's up?
Hey, man. Wow, great to be on. Hey, before I ask you a question, I just wanted to let everyone know who's listening to this, like, the amount of value that Grant is providing for free is insane. I come from, like, a real estate investment, whatever guru guy. I paid $15,000, and I've learned more in a month than I did with 2 years with that guy, with, more in a month with you. So,
Oh, thank you.
Who's not taking advantage of this is crazy.
Man, I really appreciate you taking the time to say that. Thank you so much.
Yep.
So I'm from Canada. I live in Calgary. I invest in Chicago. I've been flipping houses down there. I just wanted to, what do you think of the Chicago market as far as multifamily deals, like apartments?
I love it, dude. I love Chicago, one of my favorite markets.
Okay, cool. So I honestly, I've been flipping houses. I never even thought of apartments.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is, right? Like, you hear a guy like you, and you just make it so possible. I'm like, damn. Like, I was going to do 2 units, now I want to do 6 units, right?
Yeah.
So I know, like, as far as financing, like, you got to put, for me, I got to put 40% down from the foreign national.
Yeah. How much you got to put down?
40%.
40%.
Yeah. Because you're a foreign national.
Yeah. Have you heard of any banks that will, like, do 25, like, will just lend on the asset at 25%?
Well, so how much money you have? Let's talk about how much money you have.
About $250,000.
Okay, $250,000. So, again, you want to chase the deal, or you want to chase the amount of money you have? See, I want to look at bigger deals. If I want to look at bigger deals, sooner or later, everybody runs out of money. Everyone. I don't care how rich somebody is. Sooner or later, you run out of money.
Right, because $1 million in Chicago is not going to buy you very many units.
Yeah, and what he's saying is $1 million. 250 times 4 is $1 million.
At 25% down.
So see, what he's saying is it's going to get you back into the trouble you're having right now, dude, which is single family. How many single family homes have you done over there?
I've only done one.
Oh, okay. All right. So
I flipped one.
Yeah.
Just closing on it.
And the flip thing, just so everybody knows, the flip thing is one little vertical of real estate.
Right.
But you're not really, that's not the real estate I'm talking about. Flipping a house is making money.
Right.
You're basically buying something and selling it.
Right, you're self-employed.
You're
not an investor.
That's not
Yeah, it's a
not
job.
investing. That's a score.
Right.
You score. That's fine.
Right.
But no difference than you going to buy a shovel at Costco and you got a good deal on the shovel and then you went and sold it at Amazon and made $2.
Yeah.
That's a score. It's a hit. You're back to selling stuff. You're back to being a real estate broker, right? Picked the right house, you fixed it, did the right things, you flipped it. All good while it goes good, and then one day you get caught. What I'm doing here, Dustin, is creating cash flow. So you're 250, okay, if you need 40% down in Chicago, okay, now one thing you could do, dude, is you could buy a $1 million deal, still too small, frankly, I think.
Yeah.
You put 250 down and you get the owner to carry the other $150. There's your 400. You could even pay him a premium, dude, to do that. Let me just tell you, I might pay a guy $1,150,000. and say, advance me the 150. I put 250 down. So these numbers change right here. Because I'm going to tell you something. If this deal is so close that 150,000 changes the deal, it's not a deal.
Yeah.
Okay? So we were doing a deal recently, you know, and I was trying to get this 250 back and some legal fees back. And I'm like, guys, even if we don't get it back, is it a deal? Because if we're this close on a deal, it don't matter, man. But what about the legal? What about this? What about that? Dude, if you're that close, okay, if you're trying to make sense of the relationship, it don't make sense. You understand? But he's so tall and handsome. Look, if you're down to looks, it don't make sense. If that's what the whole relationship, it's so pretty. I like it so much. Dude, man, it needs to make sense. Now, thank you, Dustin. I hope that helps, bro. And by the way, Dustin, dude, you are the perfect guy, okay? Perfect guy that could, you could invest in one of my deals. You could own a percentage of 188 units in Florida and not have to trouble with it.
Yeah.
But you see, some people want the action. Mm-hmm. They want to do the yo-yo.
Hello?
Yeah. So I don't know if that helps, Dustin, but maybe check with Ryan if you got any questions. So watch, I found that deal in Highland, that Highland Park deal, okay? Now I figured out how to back into the information without them giving me the information. Okay? So what I did was I put in the address, 411 Musgrove Street, Clinton, South Carolina. The guy that's listing the deal didn't want to give me the data. How many units here? 64 units. And how much are they renting for? $725. So multiply 64 times 725. Just keep it open, man. 64 times. Thank you. 725. How much? 46,400. Times 12.
Yep.
556 times 48%. Good. Divided by 0.725. I'm telling you how I calculate what this deal's. How much? $368,000. So this deal, if they did it right, is $368,000. Okay, it's 64 units. Is that right? 725. Do it again, just so we go through the numbers. Watch. I'm going to show you how to estimate what a deal's worth.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. 64. The cap rate's 725. It just so happens the cap rate is the same as the rent per unit. 725 is called the cap rate. The cap rate is the return. These numbers just happen to be identical. It means nothing. It's just total freak. Okay.
And what is cap rate again, Grant?
Cap rate is if you pay cash, it would earn you 7.25%. Okay? The cap rate, the return on capital rate, the rate of return on the capital, 7.25 if you paid cash. Now, the LoopNet listing and the real estate capstone listing didn't disclose the price because they want you to call them. I called them and then they didn't answer. Yeah. Stupid. And I told you they wouldn't, by the way, because they all had their phone number, the office phone number listed, rather than their cell phone, because they're lazy bastards. Okay, I'm being nice about that, by the way. They live in this freaking country, America, supposed to be a bunch of entrepreneurs, and I can't even talk to the people I want to talk to. In fact, I couldn't even talk to a person. I talked to a robot. Yeah. So 64 times 725 times 94%. I didn't do that the first time. 0.94 times 12. That's the monthly. $523,000. And then I want you to multiply. I said 48, but I want you to multiply times 52 for 0.52, 0.52.
$272,000.
$272,000. I did it wrong the first time. I used 48. I should have used 0.52. 0.52 represents how much money is going to hit the bottom line after expenses. I'm probably fat. It's probably better than this. It's probably going to be better than this. Divide that 272 by 7.0725. 0.0725. See, this deal is $3,700,000. $3,700,000. Divide that number by 64 units. $58,000 a unit. I'm gonna tell you something, man. If I was in South Carolina, I'd be looking at that deal right now. Okay? Now I'm gonna bring you through the math on this deal. How much money do you need to buy this deal? By the way, the guys at Capstone didn't give me the price. I figured out the price. They want $3.7 million. I don't even need to call them to find that out. By the way, I could have looked at some other records. Y'all see how I did this? Questions about it? Yeah, everybody's like, what? Yeah, I'm like, dude, what is that you just did, bro? Huh? I think I'll loop around. Sure. Yeah. So I basically took the address and I said, hey, I know they got a website for apartments. How much is the rent, bro? They're asking $725. $725. They got 64 units, 94% occupied. They're never going to be full. Nobody's ever full. We got stuff at 98. It's almost impossible to be full all the time. That does $523 a year. I got some expenses. 48% of that's going to go to expenses, maybe less than that. Okay, I end up no, that's how much net NOI I end up with. NOI, net operating income after expenses. 523 was the gross collected. I had to pay people to do stuff. I end up with about 272. At 3.7, if I pay 3.7, okay? If I pay 3.7, okay? Remember, find the deal. Did I find a deal? I just found a deal. Let's 3.7. I'm going to need $1 million to buy that deal. Okay? I'm going to finance $2,700,000. It'll be easier to get a loan on this deal than it would be to get a loan on a $250,000 house. Listen to what I just said. It'd be easier to get a loan on $2.7 million that produces income than it would be for you to get a loan on a $250,000 house. Why? Because the house don't produce income. This produces income. This is a beautiful freaking property, man. It's renting. People, it's a business. You're buying a business, okay? Question is, where do you get that $1 million from? The gentleman that called, the question is, where do you get that $1 million, that $1 million down payment from? The guy from Canada, he's got $250. He's got to raise the other $750, man. Good. Now, when you raise the $750, okay, watch what happens here. We got a loan on 2.7. The loan on 2.7, 0.058. The debt on this deal.
156,000.
Okay, so 272. That's the NOI. That's the $156,000. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay, is $115,000 a year. Put $1 million down. It earns 11.5%. So look, if you need the money that bad, just tell people, I'll pay you the full amount. Okay, I'll pay you the whole 11.5%. What do you get at the bank? A half? What do you get on your dividend with AT&T? 3%, 4%?
Yeah.
What do you get on your Microsoft stock? Nothing. You don't even get a dividend. You cross your fingers and hope it goes up. Okay, I'll pay you 11. I'll pay you the whole thing. I'll put 250 in. I'll raise the other 750 if you need the money that bad. I'll give you the full 11.5%. My job is going to be to raise the value of that property so when we sell it, we make some money. And then we do some kind of split.
Right. And you can offer them whatever.
Offer them whatever you want, dude. Offer them 15%.
I mean, get creative, right? I mean, there's nothing set in stone.
Yeah. Offer.
I mean, there's
pay them back in a year.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, there's your standard.
You can
what
do whatever
other
you
people
want.
are doing.
This thing's going to earn you. It's going to earn $100,000. You could say, hey, give me $750,000. I'll pay you $100,000 a year on your money. Pay you at the end of the year. I'll sign a note. Whatever, right? Maybe you don't make them part of your deal. Maybe they just lend you money. So you got to decide, man. Look, you got to decide. Number one, do you even want to play this game? Okay, that's why every show I say, look, you need to know what you're doing. Okay, what I'm talking about here every Monday to you is, and the gentleman said it, man, I give so much value. Look, I'm trying to tell you what to do with your money. If you don't have a place to put money, you will quit making money. Money will not just, if you just keep throwing in the bank, sooner or later you're going to quit making money. Because you're like, shit, man, why am I doing this? I got enough money in the bank now. And you're going to quit playing the game. But if you would take that money that you have and you say, you know what, I'm going to either do my own deals or I'm going to send them to Grant. Grant's going to do deals because Grant looks like he knows what he's doing. Okay? I'm going to send that money. When you get that money out of the bank, let me tell you what you're going to do. If you've been saving money like that, you're going to be like, that freaking bank's empty, dude.
I'm broke.
I'm going to start freaking feeding that bank again. And it's going to give you another reason to propel and push and motivate. And my buddy Gerald, he's a car dealer. And I called him the other day. I said, dude, you want to throw $200,000 in one of my deals? Well, you think it's a good deal? Dude, I got $4.6 million in the deal. I'm signing on a fifth. I'll do it, man. I don't have time to learn all this stuff you're doing. Here's $200,000. What's it going to pay me? It's going to pay you 6% a year, preferred. And then we're going to do a 50-50, but I actually gave him a 65-35 split. So he's going to, on his $200,000, he's going to make $12,000 a year on $200,000. He's going to make $12,000 on 200, 6%. That's how many times the bank? That's 12 times what the bank pays him right now. And I think I'm going to pay him another, out of 9%, I think I'm going to pay him another 6%. So he's really going to make 12%. He's going to make $24,000 a year. 60 times what the bank's paying him, and no headaches. So either you got to go raise the money, okay? So there's two ways to do it. You either go out and tell your mom, your dad, your uncle, your aunt, man, but you got to know what you're doing. You need to know every property in your region, every property in your area. You need to be able to walk through a deal the way I did. But what if, Bobby? What if? What if this happens? What if, dude? I did 94%. The thing's occupied at 98 right now. It's at 94. It's a $725 month rent. You can't even buy a house around here for $725 a month, okay? It's been rented. This is what it's done for the trailing 12 months. In the worst year in the history of mankind, this is what it did. You need to know everything so that you can, with a good conscience, go to your friends, your family, your neighbors, your buddies, and say, this is a great deal and I want you in it. Andre from Vegas. Andre, what's up? Did we hit our numbers on Facebook?
Hello?
Yes, so what's up, Andre? You got a deal?
What's up?
You got a deal, man? You got a deal? Tell me about your deal, dude.
Man, I got plenty of deals. The thing about it is I've never done the multifamily homes, but I've been flipping out here from Las Vegas.
See.
And
It's easy.
sorry, I'm out of breath real quick. I was just at the gym. But, man, I wish I would have listened to you back when I was back in high school. Because back then I thought you'd have to have a real estate license to be able to do anything.
Yeah, dude, guys, I don't have a real estate license. I've bought and sold over $700 million worth of real estate without a license. I don't know why anybody would even take the time to go get a license.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I wish I would have listened to you a long time ago because I went to school, got licensed. I'm not even using it, and I'm just flipping homes out here, you know?
Yeah.
So
What's your question?
It's awesome, man. Man, I want to get into the multifamily homes, you know? So basically, I'm just using this as a way to get enough money and, just jump into that trade. But, yeah, I've got about 400 saved up. And, man, I want to go in there with you.
Well, good, dude. Call any of you, by the way, any of you that are interested in maybe playing it a little safer and putting some money in with you got to be accredited, okay? You can email Ryan@CardoneAcquisitions.com, Ryan@CardoneAcquisitions.com. Our payout on our last deal is 6%, and then I go a 65-35. I get 35, you get 65 of everything above the 6%. So the better I can make it do for you, look, my money's invested too, so I want it to do good. We're all getting in a vehicle saying we want to go the same place. We want to go do something great, and the difference is you get to stay at your job. I'm signing on the loan. I'm getting the best, cheapest money you can get. I talked about 6% money earlier, 5.8. I'm getting this money for 3.9. I'm getting interest only for 5 years. You could never get it. In fact, thank you. In fact, one of our deals, another guy came in and wanted to buy it. Yeah. And I called the lender, Fannie Mae, and said, hey, could this guy that's buying the deal get the same loan? He's like, Grant, nobody can get this loan.
He said, no way.
No way. Yeah. I said, man, they're worth a lot of money. He's like, Grant. I said, the guy buys hotels all over the world. Grant. They're not getting the loan. You're a preferred borrower with Fannie Mae. You get terms that nobody else gets. Mike from Oregon. Mike, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing awesome, Uncle G, who doesn't touch me. How you doing?
Come on, man. Uncle G, who doesn't touch me. That's good.
I listened to Friday's episode. It's got me all excited about screwing over the IRS. Definitely take a listen to that, people, if you haven't yet. This is Michael at Payon on Twitter, and I am completely blind. Right now, I'm coaching blind business owners how to bring their business online. And I'm real interested in real estate because obviously it provides a way to come up with mostly passive income.
Yeah.
My question for you is, if you had no sight, you couldn't see the property, visually see it, what are 3 things you would ask people to tell you about the property before you decided to invest in?
First thing I would do is I'd have a woman tell me how it felt when she drove the property. How did it feel? Okay? How did it feel when you were there? Like, first thing I go on, dude, this is a great question, by the way, because I think most people are blind. They just actually can see and don't choose to. So number one, I would say feel the thing, okay? The deal we just sold in Charlotte. I drove on the property. Bro, I could have been blind. I mean, I don't know, maybe not, but I could feel something there, okay? These guys send me deals. We look at most of my deals on paper. I look at a piece of paper. I look online. I feel something, okay? I feel something immediately. Now, that's probably because I've looked at so many deals, Mike.
Yeah.
You know? Like when you walk in a room, Mike, even though you can't visually see the room, can you feel something there?
You can feel it. You can smell it. You know what it's like in that room.
Yeah, exactly, dude. So like a dog, you know, and I don't mean like a dog, maybe it's a bad example, but they feel sensations, right? So first thing I would do is that. Second thing I would look is that you got to have somebody go over the numbers. Unfortunately, most of these deals are not in Braille. So somebody's got to go over these numbers and say, dude, what did the trailing 12 months do? First, how does it feel? Subjective. Second thing is objective. What were the trailing 12 numbers? Number 3 is, hey, worst year ever. I want to see the worst year ever on that property. Go back to 2009, 2010, 2011. What did it do? Yeah. Worst case scenario is what I call it. These guys underwrite every one of my deals to a break even. So I'm like, if something happens, do we go nuclear? What number do I go to where I break even and I can still make those payments on the property?
Yeah, and thanks for that LoopNet, because that lets me go look. I use a computer, so I go and obviously I use the screen reader on there, and it reads to me about the properties. It doesn't tell me the pictures, but that's definitely an awesome resource. I didn't know about LoopNet, so thanks for that.
Yeah, dude, Mike, you got it, bro. Hey, look, if I can ever be another set of eyes for you, let me know, man. I'd love to help you. I'd love to help you with one of your deals.
Will do. First deal, I'll shoot you over an email, let you know when I do it.
You got it, brother. Thank you. Okay. By the way, you can email Ryan at cardoneacquisitions.com, Ryan at cardoneacquisitions.com. We just closed the deal last week, 188 units. We're going to close another deal when?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yep.
Closing another deal, 282 units.
Yep.
$36,000. It's taken $29 million worth, $36 million.
$36 million.
$29 million worth of debt. 80% loan to value. Money's freaking crazy. 3.9%. Interest only for 5 years. This deal is going to do, what did we say that in the pipeline that deal is going to do?
Cash on cash is 14%.
14%, okay? So this is the way we're going to pay the deal out, okay? I'm inviting investors into this new deal, okay? If it achieves what we think it will at 14%, the first 6% goes to the investors. I'll be one of the investors. Leaves 8%, okay? And that gets split 65-35. That's before we make a profit on the property, by the way. On both these properties, I've already been offered more than I paid for both of them. What is that number? They're going to get 65 of the 8, so that's going to be 12, right? No, that's going to be, no, it's 65% of 8.
13.2.
5.2 plus the 6. Is it 13.2?
No, it's 11.2.
11.2.
Yeah.
See, that's why I do everything with a marker, okay? 11.2% is what the investor is going to get per year on that deal. That's before I raise the rents, by the way, okay? And when we did our, and I say this every week, when we did our analysis, we never, ever consider a rent increase. And we think there's $85 to $90 a month in rent increases at that property because I own other stuff right there in the neighborhood. All right, every Monday, folks, Grant Cardone comes with Captain Ryan. Ryan's helping me with the calculator. Sometimes he's a little slow on it. He's helping me with the Facebook. He's helping me, okay? I know I cover a lot in this show. You might have to go back, okay? Maybe you're watching on YouTube, you're listening to it on podcast. Are we downloading this show to podcast yet? Okay? Wherever you're watching the show, please do me a favor, subscribe to the show, post your comments. Post your comments, man. I want to know what your questions are so I know what to cover in the next show.
You hit your shares, 274 shares.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you on Facebook for all the shares. But most importantly, if you have a question for Ryan, email Ryan at Cardone Acquisitions. If you want to look at your first deal like my friend from Oregon, if you want me to look at your first deal, send it to Ryan. I'll take a look at it. You guys on Facebook, hit the like button so you get a notification that this show's coming every Monday. How to buy real estate. Every Tuesday, network marketing and/or power player. Every Wednesday, G&E show. Every Thursday, Young Hustlers. Every Friday, Cardone Zone. Every day I stream somewhere.
Nice.
I'm Snapchatting, I'm freak chatting, I'm doing what I gotta do, man, to reach the people I gotta reach. By the way, on the book, Be Obsessed or Be Average, okay? You're never going to see me do a real estate show where you don't see this freaking, dude, you're going to have to be all in or you're not. I mean, I said it over and over today. You're going to quit on this idea. Your mommy's going to tell you to quit, your uncle, your cousin, all the guys that quit. Yep. Yeah, I was going to do that when I was a kid too, but it was too much trouble, dude. Everybody's going to tell you that. You know why? Because they are the second part of this. Average. They quit. They gave up, okay? I never forget my uncle said, man, buying an apartment building's got to be a lot of work. I said, when'd you quit on it?
Yep.
He's like, well, we buy Section 8 homes, okay? Really, how many you got? 40. I'm like, dude, I wouldn't even touch a deal with 40 units in it.
Yeah.
Okay?
My uncle told me the same thing. He said, I was looking at that 4 units. He says, be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah.
They're not going to pay your rent.
And what did he own?
Single family.
He was the one that was careful.
Yeah.
He was saying to Ryan what he had made sense of, okay? So I'm telling you, if you want to get rid of careful, if you want to get rid of the risk, man, go much bigger. Don't go much smaller. Go much bigger in your units, but stay in the middle on your rent. Like that deal I showed you in South Carolina, the rent's $725, man, okay? If we have another freaking 2009 meltdown, do you think the rent's going to go to $695?
No.
Maybe $695, $675? I mean, where are they going? They ain't going much lower than they are if it's a decent location. Those rents that I looked at on that other deal, $450 a month, I wouldn't even rent that place. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
If $450 a month, man, I don't want to rent to those people because I know who those people are. Okay? I know who they is. They crazy people in not a good way. Every caller today, man, I got 4 homes. I got 7 homes. Man, I got 1 home. What were they all saying to you? Dude, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I should have known. I wish I'd have known. I would have done multifamily. You want to scale out. You want to go wide over and over. Every book I talk about, man, no matter what you're doing, online, sales training, coaching, books, whatever, dude, you want to go wide. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, my name's Grant Cardone. You can follow me at Grant Cardone anywhere. This is Captain Ryan, dude. I'd love to have you guys if you're an accredited investor. You earn $200,000 a year for 2 years in a row.
Yep.
Or you have $1 million in net worth.
worth.
And if you got good luck.
You got to be lucky.
I don't want any negativity, man. If you got bad luck, man, if shit goes
Call me
bad.
with the junk.
Huh?
Call me with the crap.
Dude, if you got bad luck, if you call me a man, dude, I don't even want you in my deals. I don't care how much money you got. I don't want your voodoo. You got it? Okay. Hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you tonight. Who knows when I'll see you next, but I will. Okay, God bless. Be great. Bye. Man, that thing is hot. Hey guys. Grant Cardone here. Have you ever wondered how people buy this? Like my whole life, I have been just super intrigued by the wealthy. The people that buy the jet. They live the life like, I used to watch these homes on the ocean. I'm like, who owns that home? Who owns that jet? How did they do it? How did they buy it? And I created a training. I spent 35 years codifying what it takes to go from nothing where I started. I remember when I could not afford one night in a hotel. Not even this nice. And it changed in a second, and it can for you too. Literally, look, just take a look here. Having the girl, okay? The hot chick, great white,
Thank you.
beautiful kids, even a cowgirl, okay?
The cat sat in my hat.
I
which
got
means
2
he's a
kittens
cat
on
now.
board. We're traveling across the country. The family's gonna go out for a little vacay. I'm gonna be doing some work while I'm out there, but while I'm out there, I wanna help you get what you want. It might not be a jet, maybe it's not a yacht, I don't know, whatever it is. You deserve to have that. And I have laid out a training, step by step, so simple. Regardless of where you are right now, you're in debt, you don't have any money, maybe you don't even have a job. Click the link below. I'm gonna give you this training for free. I wish somebody would have done this for me. I simplify wealth. I simplify how to get money, what to do with it once you get it, and how to multiply it. The most important lesson, how do you multiply it so that someone else, maybe you were serving, someone else you were working for, that money that you receive, you learn how to multiply it so that money works harder than you do. And who knows, maybe you don't get the jet, maybe you don't get the girl, okay? Maybe you don't even want the kids. Maybe you don't want the kids or the kittens.
but you get to choose, okay? Click the link below. I want to give you this free training. It's absolutely free. Best part, it's free. Second best part, it will show you step by step what you have to do to get the life you deserve.